Z1079 Cleveland's #1 for hip hop and R&B, home of the morning hustle. Micah Dixon hanging out with you, and I have a very special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful, phenomenal hair, even better voice, Grammy nominated gospel singer Bobbi Storm. We can't forget him.
Hey, I love it. Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I am doing good. Blessed and highly favored.
Yes, you have big energy.
Thank you.
Literally.
Thank you.
All over you, glowing.
Thank you.
All over you.
Yeah. I'm just going something.
I love it. So when did you get your career started, or when did you know you could sing when it came to like music and things like that?
Okay, music. I was in a lot of girl groups around 18, 19. And then I moved to New York when I decided to go solo, and I did a lot of corporate events, weddings, bat mitzvahs, and things like that. So after that, I was like, all right, you're getting a little complacent. Maybe go back to the music. I went back and forth because I never really, the part about the music thing, I like to go, to the hood Coney Islands that we were just talking about, to be out and about. And what I was seeing in like the media is like your privacy is like violated and all those different things. So that was the part about it that I was like, I just really want to sing, and but I went to sing on cruise ships, and when I went to sing on the cruise ships, everybody kept telling me like, you need to be famous, and I'm like, God, why am I taking this to heart when I got people back in Detroit shoveling snow and I'm on a beach, And God was just like, because you can't have this gift and not share it with the rest of the world. So I went back to New York. I started working back at corporate events, what I knew, stacked up my money, and I made some music. And after that, that's when I just started doing the solo thing. Yep.
I love it. So you went from R&B though, right?
Yes, I've always been secular. Yep.
Okay. And so at what point did you make that shift to decide like, I don't want to do this way anymore, but I want to do it this way?
Yeah.
What point in your life did that kick in for you? Was it like a testimony moment, or was it more so like someone was like, hey, Bobbi, I think you should try gospel or not this?
No, not at all. It was the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, God said, I need you to know me more now than you've ever known me before, because where I'm going to take you when this world opens back up, you're going to need me as a shield. You're going to need me as a firm foundation. So on that spiritual journey, I was like battling, because in order to strengthen my spirit, I couldn't watch the same stuff on TV. I couldn't have the same conversations. I couldn't listen to the same music. And I'm like, but I grew up listening to this type of stuff, Jeezy, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, do I really have to change? And God is like, no, you don't have to change. You just have to convert it for me. Because where anybody would have a conversation with you, it wouldn't be more than 2 minutes without you mentioning me. So what makes you think you can have me on things and not in everything? So, yeah.
So what kicked off your spiritual journey?
My spiritual journey was just him. It was the timing. It was him speaking to me. I always knew about him. I just wasn't as bold with him. I always was a prayer warrior, but I just wasn't as intentional when it came to him. And, I've experienced miracles and I've experienced healing. And so whenever you go to a good restaurant, if you have service and they give you every single thing that you need, not only are you going to go out and write a review on them, but you're going to go tell the people. And so that's just what it was. It was like, I got a testimony to tell and people can relate to it, So, and I know he saved my life on multiple times. So that was what it was a choice that needed to be made.
I love it. This is where I'm at with it. You know how I feel. I love it. So for me, Bobbi, how would you define God? Someone would ask you randomly like, well, who is God and what is God? And I can't see him and I don't believe because I can't see. Define God from your point of view.
I would say unexplainable, because when things happen to me and let's say I wake up in the morning and there's like this anxious feeling I have, I know it's not me, so it's something else that's on me. So depending on what the situation is that I'm going through, I'll go and I'll look up scriptures on that.
Wow.
And when I look up scriptures on that and I'm reading it, I'm like, how is it that this word is so alive to where it moves you to be convicted, it moves you to go out and want to do things, it moves you to want to change your life. So that's why I would say unexplainable, because I really be talking to him like, yo, you're a living word, a living being, like a living, it's just unexplainable.
I love it. Unexplainable. I like that word. So you are Grammy nominated.
Yes, with Maverick City on their project, it's been a total blessing.
So where were you when you heard the news about being Grammy nominated?
I was at another radio interview, and somebody tagged me in a post. And then I just was like, excuse me, sir, I need a moment. And I just went and got on that wall and praised him, you know, and I was letting him know it's not necessarily just about the Grammy nomination with this group, because I always saw certain things for myself, and I knew, you know, what God said, but it was just about the fact that he's gonna speak to me in that moment and tell me what's gonna be happening next. So I was just really excited to be in that place of solitude. Everywhere I've been when it was something major, it's been either me alone or in a place that was really quiet. And I believe that's truly intentional, because it's always work to do. And I don't want the noise of me being excited to overshadow that.
Do you feel like you have the right tribe of people around you now for your growth when it comes to being with God in your career?
I love my team.
Okay.
Leonard Brooks, Tiffany Brooks, I love my team. Like Norman, I love Louis Burrell. I love my team.
Yeah.
Tribal Records, they are just like aligned.
That's funny. Tribal Records, tribe.
My tribe.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love it.
Bingo.
Yeah. So you did go viral.
Yes.
You did.
I did.
You did an amazing job on the plane.
Thank you
your
so much.
I was like, what's the problem? So what happened? What's the whole like?
You know, honestly, what happened was exactly what's always happened. Me always wanting to share my voice and sing for the people. Yeah. I mean, I can sing for you as well today if that's what you want to hear, if that's what you want. Yeah. But yeah, that's just really what happened, is me fulfilling my purpose, like God has always set out for me to do.
And for those who are on the internet using the word, saying you are thinking you're entitled to sing anywhere, what are your comments to them?
I think everybody with their gifts, you know, should be able to go out and spread it. Yeah. Especially if it wasn't given by anything else but a higher power that they believe in and that they stand strong on. So that's all I'm doing, is spreading what he needs me to spread. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you still gonna fly Delta?
Of course. Of course. I love Delta. I love the people. I love everybody on the internet. I love everybody. Yeah. So this is just enlarging my territory and allowing me to fulfill what God has for me.
I love it. So we can't forget him.
Yes.
Where did it come from?
It's so, when you said Grammy nominated gospel singer, I'm actually not a gospel singer. Okay. I'm a singer that spreads the gospel.
I love it.
And I'm actually a holy mixer. And so We Can't Forget Him originated from my holy mixes. Okay. And holy mixes is basically a description of me. It's a mix between the world and worship and sanctuary in the streets. And so it's just a fly way, like, because I was just like, God, you embedded all this R&B in me. I went through all these different things in my life. I got all these testimonies. Do you really want me to go that avenue? He's like, you could keep it swaggy. You could keep it the way you want, and you could keep it G, because people will relate to it. Yes. And just have your voice over it. Yes. And it'll just be something, you know, I like to make music for everybody, but in particular, guys. Because I feel like women, we're a little emotional when it comes to how we pick. Like one day we want to wake up, making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Exactly. And the other day we like, see Lil, and we out of here, you know. But guys, I feel like anytime you play it, they take a little bit more time to decide whether they like it. And when they do,
they in there.
They in there, right.
So they went, when I see you.
Exactly.
When I see you.
Exactly. And it's got a bop to it, you know. That's exactly. So it started out as a holy mix. And when the label was looking for me, they were just like, I'm a watcher at the top of the year. They were just like, I'm a watcher for 6 months. And I kept consistent with the ideas that God gave me on the songs to convert and mix. And I never would have thought that would be the one that they said, this is your single.
What's so funny is when I heard We Can't Forget Him, before I got through the whole song, I'm like, what did that man do to her that she just we can't forget? I'm like, what is good, girl? And I'm like, oh, I understand.
she talking about God.
Yes.
Right.
Like, girl, you better sing.
That's the beauty of it.
Sing.
You know?
I love how you did that. And we
Thank
had
you.
it here. I was like, wow. It makes
Thank
the
you.
midday show way better.
I love it.
We have so much already. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get something that's like nice and feels good? So thank you for that.
It speaks to you.
Yes.
It ministers. It ministers to you, for real.
So
to
what's
me.
next for Bobbi Storm?
So right now we're working on an album, a holy mixtape. And a single is going to be coming out. And honestly, it's just wherever God takes me. You know, right now I'm really just enjoying going out and meeting everybody who's been supporting me at the radio. And bring it back, radio, you know, because a lot of times we get caught up in the internet, we get caught up in streaming, but it's not that personal. And what I've gauged from this whole thing is like, not only is it ministry, but aside from it, it's a one-on-one exchange that it's not just a play of a record. It's a conversation at a dinner table. It's a conversation on the golf course. It's a conversation at the court, whatever. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, I met this woman and I could really feel her genuine spirit and love for God and what she loves to do.
And it's all over you.
Thank you.
Yes, let your light shine.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's your social handles on IG, Twitter, all that?
IG, Twitter, and TikTok is all BOBBI _ like the weather, storm. And _ storm, like the weather.
Okay, your hair color.
Yes.
It matches Storm. Is that what you was going for?
Honestly, that's where I got the name Storm from. Okay. So it started out as just Bobbi, and then I was on stage, and I accidentally left the bleach in my hair too long.
I know you did not.
Seriously.
Okay.
That happens a lot, unfortunately. Just talking and getting distracted, you know.
Okay.
So I accidentally left the bleach in my hair too long and it became white. And I was on stage, and when I came back from the break, somebody was like, okay, Storm. And so I went on my social media and asked all my storm chasers if I should add that to my last name. And I've been a Storm since.
Wow. I like it.
Thank you.
Wow. You
Thank
know what?
you.
Hey, one time for Bobbi Storm. Y'all all gotta clap.